Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. Lately I saw a shaila, a very interesting shaila and perhaps pretty practical. It happens quite often in different shapes or forms, and perhaps we will discuss this. And we'll get to the root of the halacha as it's mentioned in Shulchan Aruch. In Shulchan Aruch Choshen Mishpat Siman Shin Pei Gimel, there is an interesting shaila, an interesting halacha. The Mechaber brings a situation where I own some animals, and a stray animal walks into my barn and is about to hurt one of mine. And the expression, the lashon of Shulchan Aruch in Siman Shin Pei Gimel Seif Beis, Shar Sha'ala Agav Shar Lahargay. If a bull, an ox, came into my territory, in my barn, and was about to damage my ox. Now I'm trying to save myself. I'm trying to make sure that my animal doesn't get hurt, damaged. So the halacha in Shulchan Aruch is, if I come into the barn and I shamat eshayroi lahatziloi, if I take my animal away, protect my animal that it shouldn't get hurt, whatever happens to the upper animal, the troublemaker one, even if because of what I slipped my animal away, nafal el yonu meis, the animal that came to do the damage fell and hurt himself and perhaps even died, hareza pater. I am not obligated to pay for the damage I've done to my friend's animal because I was just saving my animal, my money. However, that's only if I took mine away and I saved it. And the trickle-down effect was that my friend's animal got damaged. However, if the way I saved myself was through dachfoi le'elyon, I pushed the upper animal down, I didn't protect mine, I didn't grab mine, I pushed the upper one down, and I damaged it, I hurt it, I killed it, chayiv, I would be obligated to pay for that, because if there was an easier way, a less expensive way, a way that I could save mine and not damaging my friend's belongings, I have to take that route. That brings a yesod, a foundation to many issues. For example, the Ramah goes on to say, Reuven shelokach kli shel Shimon, if Reuven had a barrel of wine, the barrel was a little flimsy, a little tip. It wasn't standing well on the ground. So Reuven was looking for something to support the barrel shouldn't flip. So Reuven found something to prop under the barrel. That's something what belonged to Shimon. He found something that belongs to Shimon and props up his barrel. So the Ramah says, when Shimon realizes that he's missing this item, and he wants it back, says the Ramah, if Shimon uba Shimon v'nate kli shalai, if Shimon yanked out his object that was supporting the barrel, and when he yanked his object away, nishbar chavise shel yain, the barrel flipped and the barrel broke and the wine got ruined, Shimon chayev, I am chayev for yanking that piece out. Because even when I'm saving my own, I have to be concerned about the damage of the other person. And if I'm taking my thing out, I have to be aware that I got to find some other replacement to put right away there, that it shouldn't hurt my friend, even if the friend did something wrong. Now, the Noisei Klei Shulchan Aruch are right away mitzayin to another similar halacha, which is part of this discussion. Much further, Siman Taf Yud, Seif Chav Gimel, where over there, Siman Taf Yud, Seif Chav Tes. Somebody dug a pit. A pit is a danger. People, Rahman al-Islam, could fall in. So there is a chiyuv that the one who digs the pit has to put a cover. Make sure no one gets hurt. So what did the Chacham do? He dug a pit. He's stuck now with a hazard. So to protect from people not falling in, he took his neighbor's object to cover it. The neighbor comes later and realizes that he's missing what he needs, and he sees that it's covering the pit. So the halacha in Shulchan Aruch is, if somebody covers a pit with an object that belongs to his friend, or Ba'al Hadli, and the owner of this bucket comes and he needs the bucket. V'natal Dalya, and he took this bucket back, and somebody eventually gets hurt, Ba'al Habar Chayiv. Not the person who takes his product back, takes his object back, becomes Chayiv, rather the one who dug the pit. And the obvious difference is that by taking the prop away from under the barrel, it's instant damage. It's going to hurt. It's going to kill the barrel, and the wine is going to splatter, and the wine is going to get spoiled. In this case, even though I removed the cover from the pit, but nobody fell in instantly. It's a damage that will happen later, so it falls back on the responsibility of the one who made the pit. However, in practical terms, I saw that some poskim of today use these halachas to answer a practical story that happened. Reuven comes out of his house and he's looking for his garbage can. He looks for his garbage can, he can't find it. He gives a look at the neighbor, in the neighbor's yard. He sees that the neighbor is doing some painting, and to prop up a stand that he should be able to reach high up, the neighbor took his garbage can and the neighbor's garbage can and put a board and had a platform for him to reach higher up. Now, Reuven got so upset. I need my garbage can. So Reuven went next door, yanked out his garbage can, and by doing that, the board collapsed, the board fell, and the board split. And the shaila became that when Shimon realized that the can is missing, all right, the neighbor took his can back. But Shimon realizes now my board was an expensive board. He came to the Rav and he says, Rebbe, I understand that I might have done something wrong by using somebody else's. And I understand he has right to be angry and he has right to take his thing. But yanking it out in such a way and not caring what happens, and therefore it damages my platform, and I got to go buy another one, is an expense I wasn't planning to have. Based on these two dinim in Shulchan Aruch, when Reuven takes his garbage can back, which is fine, he has right. The person, many cases, he can take matters in his own hand and don't have to wait to go to Beis Din and get this garbage can back. But you remember that if it's going to cause instant damage, Reuven has an obligation to replace it with something else. And if it falls and collapses, Reuven will be obligated to pay for the platform. Yashikoyach, and please join us again next week.